There we go. All right, today is Tuesday, February 28th, 2012. We will go over the trades we took this morning, the trades we didn't take, and all that stuff. Let me show you the results first. On the YM, we lost 4 ticks, 5 contracts, 4 ticks. It was minus 20 ticks. On the Russell, I think something happened here. I got 5 ticks profit on the Russell, though I should have gotten more than that. On the 6E, we had 1 break-even trade. Now, I'll show you here on the ES quickly. Dwayne just went over this, but the zones were so congested this morning that I didn't even try to trade the ES in here this morning. Okay, because the zones were so congested. I just stayed out of it and traded the other markets. Now, as we look at these other markets, let's look at a couple of different things here. Okay, the YM this morning. The initial trade that set up here on the YM 500 contract. Right here we had a bearish cross and a pullback up to the BBC. Right here it was up to the BBC. I wasn't going to short into the zone. If the BBC had been inside the zone, I would have taken that trade, but I didn't want to go right into the zone like that, so I let it go. The thing flipped around, and we did not trade it here. We traded it on the 4-tick range. I'll show you that in a moment, but let me just finish with the 500 contract first. Alright, we had a bullish cross here. Price went up, hit the zone, pulled back down here. I didn't want to trade into the zone again. Again, it gave a bearish cross here, pulled up to the BBC, down into the zone, not going to do it. Here it gave a bullish cross. Now right here we have 26 points between the entry and the zone. So that would have been a trade that we could take if I were watching it, but I was not watching it. These are the trades that we took this morning. We took this short trade right here on the 4-tick range. It went a little bit in our favor, then it turned around and it stopped us out for minus 5 ticks. We took this long trade over here on the 4-tick range. This showed buying pressure, or hiccup, as we've been calling it. I got long right here. It went in my favor. I moved my stop up to break even, plus a tick, and it took me out of break even plus a tick, and then it moved up. Right now, well, it's had a couple more opportunities, I should say. Right here was an opportunity, and right here was an opportunity to short. Okay, this would have been the hiccup, and this would have been on the opposite side of the street. All the CFRN partners know what I'm talking about when I mention that. If you're not a CFRN partner, well, shame on you. Go take the free trial. Go to CFRN.net/apply, take the free trial. If you've already taken the free trial, send us an email at support@CFRN.net and let us know if you want to take another free trial, what happened during the last one, that you couldn't take advantage of it. Alright, that's the YM. Now let's look at the Russell really quickly, because there were a bunch of opportunities on the Russell this morning. Let's just start right over here. Okay, here it is, 9:30. Oh, yeah, okay, we didn't have opportunity in here. We still didn't have opportunity. We almost had opportunity on the short side right here, almost, but it didn't work out that way. Okay. Now let's move over a little bit farther here. Right here we had the divergence. This was what we've been calling buying pressure and or selling pressure, or a hiccup. Right here the entry would have been right there had we been looking at it. Here again there was divergence. We need to close above with a curl up right here for this. Alright, so right there. On the short side over here, we're looking at, well, this was right on the news event, so we let all that go because there were so many bars right in here. Actually, this one right here, too. Well, I'll leave it on for right now. But the market progressed a little bit. This was about 10 minutes after the news event today. The news event that came out at 10 o'clock Eastern Time, anyway. Here, we're on the opposite sides of these black lines. We just look for the down close when that happens, and there it was. Went for about 12 ticks. This didn't count because we had red right there on the pullback. Those of you guys who are partners and were in the last partners meeting, you know what I'm talking about. Over here, we were on opposite sides. The entry was right in there. Okay, it would have been right there. That's where your entry would have been on that move. Same thing right here. Okay, nothing on the downturn, nothing on the upturn, nothing on the downturn. Here we had some divergence. So once you had the divergence and the close down below the MA1 with the close down of this right here on the combo, there was an entry right there. Let me highlight the bar. That one. It did it again right over here. I think I took this trade at the end of the morning session. I think that's the one I took. It might have been this one. One of those two trades I took at the end of the morning session, and I got 5 ticks out of it. I moved my stop up to plus 4 or 5 ticks, something like that. You can see right now we have some bullish divergence setting up. All right, we don't have the hiccup. So what we need to see happen is this line right here is going to turn up, and we need to be closed up above the MA1. All right. Now that was the Russell. So there was plenty of opportunity there on the Russell this morning. Okay. For those of you guys who are focused on one market, just trading the Russell, there it was. Now let me go over here to the 6E. All right, because the 6E had opportunity too. Now the zone's got in the way in the 6E quite a bit today. All right, this short right here went right down into the zone. It worked out, but it was right into the zone. There was a short right here that went 8 ticks. Then it turned around and it went north for another 8, I believe. That's the equivalent of 2 points on the ES for what it's worth. This one right here, you would have been looking to enter in right in here, right in this area right here. It didn't go very far, but right here at the 134 even, you know, the $1.34 even mark right here, I don't think I would have. I don't like to trade when it's at those even numbers like that, because the euro tends to chop a little bit, like it did. Now it'll often gravitate toward those numbers or away from those numbers once it's hit them. But anyway, the white was to the left of the green on this, so we're looking for an up close above the MA1. There it was. Let's see. Over here, I shorted this one. I was a little premature in shorting it, and I got out at break even on it. Over here, the white was to the left of the green when it turned up, so you're getting long on that. Over here, the same thing, but this came together kind of ugly and quickly, so we didn't mark that up. Over here, this came together a little more slowly, and we were able to mark it up in real time. So the white was to the left of the green. The entry would have been on the up close right there. Over here on the short side, right in here, the white is just barely to the left of the green. If you wanted to go short at that period, I mean, at that point, you could have and gotten, I don't know, 68 ticks out of it anyway. 61 down to 57. Well, that's 4 ticks. Depends where you get into it. But it flipped around and went up. Right there was more opportunity. Flipped back around to go down. So you see what I'm talking about here is the white is to the left of the green. That is what I'm talking about. All right. When that happens and price closes down below the MA1, that's your entry. And there you go. Right here it's going up, but the green is to the left of the white. So that suggests that this may be a limited up move. Okay. Let's see. That's about all I got. So I'm gonna wrap it up on that for the morning recap. All right.